Now, we have this wonderful lady on the phone, Leonora Langley. Good morning, Leonora.
Good morning, Samantha. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. Now, we want to talk about your new book because you are coming to the bookshop in East Grinstead on Saturday. And your book is Let the Souls of Our Children Sing. So what can you tell us about that?
Well, I think the biggest part of the message of my book is that what children feel is just as important as what they think. Children learn not just by what they're told about something, but also how they feel about it. They're naturally expressed in their solar plexus. Many young people, through repression, suppression, intimidation, and indoctrination from their parents and teachers, have learnt to switch off from their feelings and emotions or armour themselves from them. A significant part of why this has happened is because for thousands of years, the feminine in our society has discouraged tender qualities such as gentleness, empathy, humility, and sensitivity. Big boys don't cry, etc. Well, boys are allowed to cry. Many parents and educators are now unsure how to nurture the well-being of their children in their care. And they try to intellectualise or rationalise children's feelings away, which results in young people believing that their feelings and emotions aren't important. And then, of course, they start to live in their heads, in a head narrative, instead of experiencing the feelings through their entire body. And this means a lot of children are disembodied from their emotions and feelings, which is a really sad state of affairs, I think.
Children are going through such a hard time at the moment.
They are, they really are. And so even more since the pandemic, I believe that the nurturing of emotional well-being needs to be at the very root of parenting. And if it can't be through the parents, because sometimes the parents find it quite challenging to know what to do, later schooling has to be an integral part of nurturing that in the early years of our children's lives. I think it would help prevent a range of social ills in adulthood, including physical illness. The negative emotions can upset hormonal balance, deplete our brain chemicals necessary for happiness, and damage the immune system. So without emotional stability in childhood, adults will almost certainly turn to some form of addiction as adults. To alcohol, drugs, eating disorders, gambling, self-harming, and even suicide, simply to mask their pain.
It's very, very sad, isn't it? Now, your book, who are you aiming that at? Young mums and dads or just parents?
To parents, educators and carers of the young. So almost to everybody, because we've all been a child and we've still got that child within us. People talk of the child within. We never lose that. The most important part of parenting and educating our children for both parents and teachers is that they need to be emotional anchors and coaches for their children. They need to model good behaviour as far as emotions are concerned. Parents and teachers need to find a middle ground when expressing their emotions. Some parents think they need to suppress their emotions by hiding and denying them, and then others let rip with their anger and give prolonged, uncontained expression of them, and neither of which is helpful. And adults need to be authentic and real about how they're feeling, because children have an uncanny radar system in knowing whether their parents and teachers are being themselves and transparent. Above all, authenticity is a wonderful way of building trust and mutual respect between adults and our children.
Well, it does sound a great book. Now, you've had some great reviews as well.
One person described it as book of the decade. Well, not sure about that, but it's a wonderful accolade. And somebody else said it's a must-read for all parents and educators. It's a small book with a big message. I've tried to make it really accessible for everyone. Nobody's excluded from this book. I spent a whole lifetime writing it, and I'm really proud of its message. It's almost like I didn't write it. It sort of came through me, Samantha, so I'm very humbled by it. And I really want to get its message out because it's absolutely vital for our present generation of children who are suffering tremendously from stress, depression and anxiety, and for future generations, because children are the custodians of our future generation.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Definitely right there, Leonora. Now, you are going to be at the bookshop in the High Street in East Grinstead this Saturday, aren't you? And you're there from 10 o'clock to 5 p.m. Leonora, it's lovely to talk to you. I'm going to try and get to see you on Saturday. Pop up and say hello.
Oh, that would be absolutely wonderful. Yeah. Thanks, Samantha.
And let's hope lots of other people come along and you can talk to them about the book and why it's so important to you and for others as well. So thank you very much for just doing a catch-up here today.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you, Leonora, and good luck on Saturday. Oh, wasn't that such a lovely lady? She's really passionate about her book, and so she should be. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. So please pop into the bookshop on Saturday and say hello and just talk about the book. And you've got so much to learn from her.